Hi, and welcome to the Underground Meadery. I'm Michael Jordan with AB Friendly Company, and we got another really fun one to do for you, and some stuff to kind of go through and kind of show you real quick. So let's go ahead and start. I have a nice apple cider, right? It's clearing up pretty good. Phenomenal taste. Makes me saliva a lot. That's really good. Wow, that turned out really good. Uh, so on another whole line, right, is I make a whole bunch of 1 gallons of regular mead just all the time, just so I can kind of keep functioning and keep my meadery kind of going here on the underground. So this is a clover mead that we've racked and cold crashed, and now I'm going to transfer it and I'm going to let it age, right? And I saved some water jugs, right? These are just plastic water jugs. I always keep, like I said, always keep your lids, recycle, reuse. So I'm going to take this off, right? And this is basically what I'm going to do is I'm starting this to where I can age it to where I can bottle it. So I have a microscreen filter on the bottom of my hose. I got this from a local brew store. They pop apart so you can clean the insides out. So you can clean out what you filter and stuff and keep them clean and reuse them. So they're really good brewing screen. And if you've got really good 1 gallon jugs, like one reason why I kind of like the dollar store jug is they fit right in there. Right, try to find glass jugs that those fit right in. I know glass jugs are really cool to get when they're nice and cheap, but when you can get them so the filter fits in, I can stick the filter all the way down here to the bottom, right, and clear it all out. Just one good shot like that. And I'm filtering it right across. Uh, and it just drains it really fast, really nice. And if you've got a gallon jug, right, it just goes right over to the gallon jug. All right, get a little lean in it to get as much out. Like I said, I'll show you there won't be much after this. After you rack it twice and cold crash it, and then you rack it again, there isn't too much left after that. This is where I always get nervous that maybe my glass jug's bigger than my other glass jug. Look at that, huh? Now, after cold crashing and everything, you can see there's only about like that much left after a rack off. And look how clear and pretty that is, right? So now I've just made it so that, like, if you buy water from the dollar store, that's why I always told you to keep your water jug, because you'll be able to do. Now I'm able to age and put my stuff back in it, and I can use my glass jugs for fermentation. So what's really good about this now is I can drink this on and off with no problems, serve it to a big group of people, or just set this in a thing. And what's nice when they're square like that is you can just square them, stick them in a shelf, and stack them all up on a shelf. So that works really good. So I wanted to show you that one real quick, right? But let's get to making a really cool mead, right? So, oh, I do want to put this on here. All my information. When this is done and it's all gone, the card goes in the filer, And that way, and we rate it after everybody drinks it. We kind of find out on a scale of 1 to 5, where does it sit? What are the problems with it? What do we need to adjust? Write that on the card and file it. And then when you're going through, you say, oh, yeah, I did make an elderberry one time. Oh, I got 3 of them. And this one seems to be the most favorite. And if I did these adjustments, it'd probably be the best. So I'll do it. And then I get a new card, and it's going to be, this is the best formulated from such and such. So it works out really good. And now I also have a jug that I can wash out, run through the dishwasher a couple times, sanitize it, and get ready to go. But I just wanted to show you that one's all cleared up, ready to go. And they're super easy. I think it's the super easiest way to make it. I'm drinking a nice sizer. I'm just loving that taste. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Oh, I forgot to use the osmosis machine. So I have to start getting that going. That's crazy. Forgot to turn it on. So I'm getting water ready. Man, that'll take a minute. It's a good thing that I got the coffee pot. Let me go ahead and get that one going. Yeah, we'll fill this with the osmosis machine. That's a good thing that you guys get to see the stuff all done live, huh? That's the best part. So I got some water from the osmosis machine. I'm going to throw it in the coffee pot. We'll get that started. So we're getting water. So we'll have a little bit of water to start it out. But we're going to make alien blood or xenophobe, right? And xenophobe's made with Mountain Dew. So I have let this sit a little bit. It has very little carbonation to it. So I have opened this up and I've let it set for a little while. I'm using 2.5 pounds of clover honey. Right, I've got a 1-gallon fermentation device. I'll be using Red Star yeast, Yellow Pack Premier Blanc, the balloon for fermentation. That way our airlock's all set. I have our recipe of Xenophobe, the alien blood. Got the hydrometer, the hydrometer collector, temperature gauge, scissors, the pen for the recipe. I think we're all started. We're going to turn on this and get the hot water going because we might have to dilute and melt some honey. All right, so man, we better go ahead and start this off. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 2.5 pounds of honey to our fermentation device. And this is just clover honey that we're using. In fact, the bottles are mine that I've reused, and I'm just refilling with my own honey. Now, as you see, it comes out in a big glob. Raise it up from the jug once you get it to flow. That way the glob doesn't sit on top of the jug. Air will want to come out of the jug, and then you'll have honey running down the side of your fermentation vessel. Now, we made this once before. The food coloring was an additive a gentleman added after he made it and entered it in his local state fair and won an award after seeing us make it. And to get a really cooler, greener color that looks good in a black light and stuff, he said to add the green food coloring to it. So we're making Xenophobe, alien blood, right? And we've already got the hot water coming in. All right, that's why we got it. All right. Remember to save your lids. On the plastic containers I like to use the most, that's why I save them, is that I pop the lids, I squeeze them, I pop the lid back down, and then when you shake them, the steam and stuff makes them pop back out, and they won't pop on you when you go to open them and stuff. There we go. You just pop that open. There we go. And that way it doesn't spray out at you. And I dump that in. Now I got my lids. Remember, I always save my lids just for important occasions. Right? Always save your lids. Now you can shake this up. Remember, if you're playing the drinking game, every time we shake, have a drink of your mead. We're turning this now into a good syrup. If you're making mixed drinks, here's a good way to make your simple syrups. It's just using honey and some water. Gonna add a little bit more hot water to it here. Run that through my coffee pot. In case we need some more hot water. All right. Stick this back on. Now we usually add anywhere from 3 to 4 cups of water to dilute everything out of the jugs, out of the honey jars, and everything. All right, so now we've got our honey all dissolved. Looks good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the special ingredient. We're going to add 5 drops of green food coloring. All right, 5 drops. And now I'm going to add a little bit of Mountain Dew. Now what I thought would be really cool with this one is make an alien blood or xenophobe for St. Patty's Day. Now remember, you're going to get all the caffeine with this as well. Carbonation in there. Starting to get a nice lime green color, huh? Oh. Look at that, huh? the first time I ever had to really break out my towel. Make sure that all the carbonation's out of your drink when you go to do this. Man, party foul. Look at the cool green color on that, huh? I like to try to get the rest of this Mountain Dew in there. Beat it down my stir stack here. Always keep a good pair of chopsticks around. It's got a lot of foam. And I've had this 2-liter bottle open for almost a week. Just goes to show you how much carbonation and stuff goes into here. Let me try one thing here. Put a little hot water in there. And a jug. Okay, we're moving right along. We're going to try something a little different here. I mean, you can just smell the Mountain Dew and honey. Okay. Now, what's really cool is you can save this and put it to the side and use the green bottle with the green Xenophobe. It'll be super really cool. What I'm doing is I'm shaking the carbonation out of it. Look at that, huh? Super great. Super great. We'll run the osmosis machine. All right. We broke it all down. I'm going to be able to add a little bit of the water to tap it all off. But look at the green color, huh? It's going to turn super cool. I've only seen one kind of like this before. That's when my son did a Dum Dum Sucker one. And it was super cool. Remember to use good water, like I said, store-bought water or filtered water or well water. And this is going to be a pretty lime green. Oh, we're coming down to the end of the segment. All right, so we're going to get our starting gravity reading. Now remember, for every pound of honey you get in, you get about 5% alcohol. We're looking at, with just honey alone, at about 11% alcohol. With the Mountain Dew additive, I don't know. This will be a good little one right here to see. Oh, see, not too bad. See, the Mountain Dew sugar didn't really add too much to it. It's sitting at 12%, so that is at 1.85. So I want to write that down with my pen. Starting gravity is 1.085. So that's a good starting gravity. I can already tell you with the Mountain Dew I've added, the temperature is probably cool enough to add the yeast to it already. Nice, I'm liking this. Get your scissors out. Now, you could take a starting temperature. I like my starting temperature. If you take your starting temperature and you just stick it right in your jug like this. We like the starting temperature yeast at room temperature, and hopefully your rooms are between, about 68 degrees to 78 degrees, depending on your location and stuff and the type of yeast you're using. .73, so that's good. This is called a dry drop. I'm just going to drop the yeast in directly into the vessel. I'm using one whole pack. It's $1. It's not costing me anything. I'm going to put a lid on and give it a little jostle here. Get the yeast to kind of mix in with the ingredients. There's your time to drink again if you're a drinker. Me, I'm out. Yeah, sad day. All right, then. I'm going to put a little more water in. Got about 1 inch of head space there. Right, and I'm going to throw my balloon on. airlock for this one. Ooh, might have to. This one don't want the balloon. Ta-da! All right, so now we've made Xenophobe, alien blood. Hopefully you've really enjoyed this one. This one was kind of fun and exciting to do. Great to serve during Halloween parties. Great to serve for and, about anything that you want to use a green drink for. Like I said, it still has a little bit of the caffeine in it. It's super cool to make. We've got our reading for the hydrometer and all this stuff down. The recipe. Oh yeah, we better tape the recipe to the thing here. Right, make sure you date it. We got our date today. And we put it on our vessel. That way, just like everything we know that we did even today, right? The dates, the finishing dates, all this stuff. It helps us with our notes. Documentation. I'm big on documentation. Everything from my beekeeping to meat making. Just even little simple things helps us remember and helps us tweak things to make things better. Hopefully you thought this was kind of cool, making some alien blood. Glad you tuned in. Share this with people. Subscribe, like, shoot us some questions. We've used different types of honey. You've seen us use different vessels, different types of ingredients. Shoot us your recipe. Let's see if we can make one of yours. We hope that you enjoy us down here at the Underground Meadery. I'm Michael Jordan with AB Friendly Company. Thanks for tuning in, man, and enjoying what we do. That we try to do as much as we can.